the Jacksonville Jaguars. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 10 Lobo. Greystone, travel.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Second and 12 at the 24-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Protein spill.
On 2nd down, Minshew. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Kill. Switch. Check three. Hey, lock it. General West. Shoot.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And the return will stop right around the 25. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Big time drive. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
You draw quarter. Get it.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. Eluded, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
You got to get the ball until you get the ball right here. Let's go. Check your hot read. Hey, Delta. Mike 50, Mike 50. Watch the run, watch the run. Watch the run. Hard, hard. Check hot route. Hot, hot. Kill, 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 kill. Check up.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, Charlie. X3. 218, chopper. 3 down. Out. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Quit talking about it and bring it. Mike 50, Mike 50. Check pass. Check pass. Go. He goes to use you. He comes to me, it's me. Check. Fresno. SOS.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Mike's 50. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. The open man is Westbrook. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line.
Topper! Look at me. Zipper! Fight!
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Dumps it off to Fournette. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Crunch! Yep. Go get him! Ready?
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Down. 70. Indy. 6-6. Pull it high. You. Say. Mike 54. 80 weapon. I'm coming after you.
Off play action, it's Minshew. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Check 31. Hit it.
On the draw, this is Fournette. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Let's go. We got 61. Matchbox lights. Hey. Hey. High 7. Hey, Mike's 50.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Here we go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
You mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead grows to 10-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. Mayfield to throw it. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They run. Chubb. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
I'm going to come back to you.
Play fake. Mayfield. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Josh Allen. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. 59's Mike, check, 59. You can't block me.
Mayfield looks to throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line. Mayfield now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Chubb with a carry on first down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
To throw, Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu, and he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. I'm coming.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Minshew sets to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
3 down. Get it.
Now Minshew. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Set. 10 logo.
The 6-yard line.
Watch the backer. Hey, wahoo! Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Mike's by 4. Mike. Step.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 5-yard line.
On the ready.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
3, 218, chopper. Hey, Foxtrot. 51. Hey! I'm coming. Look at me. Door. Check 52. Slide.
Here's Minshew. He'll try and run it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. How about this Browns defense? They've held so far. This is now third and goal. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
The Browns drive about to get started. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Sneak on, 132 fighter. Hey, alert 33. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Throwing. Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Obi Melifonwu with the tackle. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up? And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 35. Landry, the intended target. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it second and short.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
60 outlaws. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Check. Wow. Topper. Hit it.
On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Olivier Vernon able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. It's caught at the 10. And down inside the 10 at the 9. A big third down play there for the Jags. 51 yards.
Ready, ready. 60 Pittsburgh. I got you. Shoot.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Go. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
They'll give Ford out another crack. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And after all that, he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Browns drive about to get started. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 29, Mayfield. He completes it to Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
59's Mike. Check. King. Here I come. Five. Mike's 59. King. Come on, D.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally down at the 32-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
On 1st down, it's Hunt. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Point it right. Hey, Orbit. Check in. Watch the run. They're running it. Mike 28. Stay with your man.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going. So, I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play out of them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. From 3 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score.
Big score, first step in their attempt to climb back into this game.
Yes, but still some work to do as they get within a score here. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Fournette, a first down carry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Leonard Fournette. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. A gain there of 21 yards. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
180! 50! Hurry!
And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. He was trying to go back to Beckham there.
Single! 6-6, pull it high.
First down.
Hey, Will! Get that quarterback, D-line!
Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Hey, echo! 44's Mike. Check. They can't hang with us.
Mayfield. His throw caught right around the 6. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4 down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead.
Check safety. Hurry!
And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. They got the dramatic score to tie the game here late 4th quarter. Now all eyes resting on the foot of one man.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Your brother called me before the game. That's his guy in fantasy. He needs this one badly.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that is going to put him on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish.
Let's go, boys! Bring it!
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now!
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Olivier Vernon in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2.
Watch his flat! Watch his flat!
Hunt going to run for it. And he will get into the end zone. It's 2 points and also a 2-score advantage as the lead swells to 9. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here.